You know that moment when you're watching a woodworking video and the host says, "This is how the pros do it?" It always sounds so convincing, right? But let's be honest. Just because something looks flawless in a slick YouTube edit doesn't mean it'll work in your own garage or basement. Sometimes those pro tricks are more about camera angles than real-world results. So, I decided to put 5 of the most hyped pro woodworking hacks to the test, right here in my own shop. And let me tell you, 3 of them failed so spectacularly, I had to double-check the instructions just to make sure I wasn't the problem. Turns out, sometimes the trick is the problem. First up, the classic clamp guide for perfect cuts hack. You see this one everywhere. Just clamp a straight edge, run your saw along it, and you're supposed to get a perfect cut every time. In theory, it's foolproof. But in my shop, the guide flexed, my saw drifted, and my perfect cut was off by a mile. I even tried a couple of different clamps and guides, but the result was always the same: wobbly edges and a lot of frustration. Unless you have a flawless, rock-solid setup and top-tier tools, this one's risky. Next up, the glue-only joint, supposedly stronger than screws if you do it right. I followed every step, applied the glue, clamped it tight, and let it cure overnight. The next day, I was excited to see the results, but as soon as I put a little pressure on the joint, pop! It snapped apart like it was never glued at all. Not exactly confidence-inspiring. Not a total disaster, but definitely not pro-grade. Maybe with perfect wood and perfect glue, but in the real world, I'm not betting my next project on it. Then there's the painter's tape trick, using tape instead of clamps for small glue-ups. I'll admit I was skeptical. Tape instead of clamps? Really? But I gave it a shot, and to my surprise, it actually worked. The tape held the pieces snugly, and the glue set perfectly. No shifting, no mess, and no need to dig out a bunch of tiny clamps. The alignment was spot on, cleanup was a breeze, and I didn't have to worry about glue squeeze-out getting all over my clamps. Sometimes the simplest tricks really are the best. Honestly, this tiny hack is staying in my toolbox for good. It's a game changer for small projects and quick fixes. Next, the no measure, mark directly method. The idea is to skip the tape measure and just mark your cuts right on the wood for speed. Sure, it's fast. But if you mess up even a single mark, your whole project can go sideways. I learned that the hard way: one bad mark, and suddenly nothing fits. This trick only works if you're basically a woodworking ninja with years of experience and a steady hand. For most of us, it's a gamble. Last up, scrap wood jigs. I always thought these were just a way to use up leftovers, but I decided to give them a real shot. To my surprise, these homemade jigs gave me the best accuracy of the day. They fit my project perfectly, and I could tweak them as needed. Custom fit, zero slop, and done in minutes. Total win. I'll be making more of these for sure. So here's the real takeaway. Most so-called pro tricks only work for actual pros, with pro-level tools and setups. For the rest of us, only a couple are really worth the effort. If you want to save time and avoid frustration, stick to the hacks that actually work in your shop, not just on camera. If this video saved you some grief, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments which pro hack you want to see tested next. Your feedback helps me pick the next batch of tricks to try, so let's keep learning together.